welcome to Trapped. I'm Sean. I got the idea to start this YouTube channel sometime during the winter. I was actually out muskrat trapping. Well, I was at a pond that had muskrats. I've never been a muskrat trapper, but I've caught a few muskrats in the past. But this year I've been kind of expanding. I'm typically to stick with coyotes and coons, but I've only got 4 or 5 years under my belt, so I'm not by any means an expert trapper. Anyways, it dawned on me that I should have a camera with me. I mean, trappers, we're solitary people. We go out and we trap. Typically, we're by ourselves, and some funny stuff happens. But what made me want to start carrying a camera was I was on this farm catching coyotes, and the guy that owned the farm, he told me, he said, we've had some problems with muskrats in this pond. And I said, I've caught a couple muskrats. I said, I'll set up in the pond for them. Well, a couple days, there wasn't a lot of muskrats in there. It might have been 2 or 3. But a couple days go by, I set some 110s out and some runs. And walking along one day, I don't even really know what happened, but the muskrat had somehow got in and triggered that 110. And it must have caught him enough that it did some injury, but he was laying up on the bank probably 10 feet from where the trap was at. And I just happened to be walking along the edge of the bank, and I see the muskrat laying there, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And my trap was over here, so I looked, my trap had been triggered. So, I was like, well, cool, I guess that kind of worked. And it was cold. And you always see the guys, they take their muskrat and they flip the water out of it. So I had gloves on, and so I picked the muskrat up and I start to shake it. I shake it once, I shake it a second time, I swing back to shake it again. Splash! The daggone muskrat, I just threw the thing halfway across the pond behind my back. Tail slipped right out of my hand. So at first I was mad, and then I started laughing. I was like, man, if only I'd have had a camera. So I started this channel. This is going to be our first episode. I'm not experienced with video editing. As I said, I'm not an expert trapper. I've picked up things over the past few years, and like I said, I've only been trapping maybe 4 or 5 years. This year's been the hardest I've trapped, but I kind of almost want this to document my growth. And maybe I can help other guys out along the way, and you guys can help me out along the way. What I would like to do eventually is to find some other trappers local and go out and follow them for a day on their line and make an episode out of that. Just do some different stuff. I've got some great ideas. This first episode is going to be just some footage I've compiled over this season. A lot of it's cell phone footage, so it's not great, so you'll get the little vertical. I don't know how to change that, but I'm going to make it as decent as I can. But it's not, now I'm filming with a GoPro. I went and bought a GoPro. I've got a drone, so we'll get some cool drone shots. I'm just going to try to make it as good of a channel as I can, and I hope you guys subscribe and stick around with me, and we'll see what we can turn this into. I'm excited about different things. It's not just going to be trapping. During the off season, we'll do some fishing. We'll do some. I'm an avid hunter also, so in the spring we'll be turkey hunting. We'll go out and do some fishing. I ride a Harley, so we might get out and do some motorcycle trips to some cool spots. It's going to be about anything, but during trapping season, it's a trapping show. That's typically what it's going to be. That's why it's called Trapped. The way I feel once I got into trapping is that I was trapped in it. It's something that's trapped me, so I just decided I'm just going to name the show Trapped. So, eventually the name might change. I don't know. So far, it works. So, like I said, hit the subscribe button. We'll see what we can do with this. But I don't want to produce another bad. I don't really want to say bad. I mean, everybody's trying. There's great YouTube channels, and there's some that are You know, you just got to take everything with a grain of salt. It's all entertainment. We're showing you what we do. If it works for you, great. If not, no need to go out and blast anybody. I mean, we're trying. So, you know, give me a thumbs up, share, you know, comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like, and we'll see where this goes to. But I'm going to try to release a video every week. Like I said, during the off season, may not happen, but yeah, let's get on to some good stuff. Like I said, I'm out here setting a new farm up for coyotes. Haven't found a ton of sign, but there is some fresh tracks here and there. But found an awesome trail. This is kind of funny because it's right under a big power line tower. But there's a ton of coon tracks coming through here. I mean, you can tell they've been using it for probably years. It goes all the way through there. It goes from corner to corner. So I set a dog proof in that corner. I just anchored it off to the tower, and if I'm going to set one, I might as well set two. Got another one set back there in that corner. I'd not be surprised at all. Come out tomorrow and have 2 coons here waiting. I could probably set a third one, but we'll go with 2 for now. Tell me, buddy. Talk to me, bud. You tell him. I got this coyote right here at the end of this burnt log. He's a pretty one. First coyote of the year for me. Tell him, bud. Out here at my power line set under the tower. Got 1 coon there. It looks like we got a sleeping possum. And a dog proof. Can't get it's so dark. When I walked up on him, I thought at first it was a skunk. But yeah, it looks like just a dark. Yeah. Can't win every time. It's the first miss I've had with one of these Duke 550s. But we can definitely tell what happened here. Coyote came up, clawed all around. There's tracks. No second guessing that one. So I'm going to reset this, and I will probably, because I don't know if that trap maybe spooked him a bit. I think I might go ahead and set another one right here at this corner. I've caught 10 coyotes off of this property, so I hate to put a bunch more traps in, but there are obviously still some around. Alright, so here's a remake. Baited with Jeff Dunlop's Soul Taker. I got a ticked off cow up here for some reason. I don't know what she's mad about. Anyways, for a change up, I took that little rock, put over the hole, put some beaver caster underneath it, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm feeling like crap, so I'm not gonna put any new sets in today. Yeah, here we are at the remake I did the other day. It worked. Pretty nice looking coyote. Doesn't look like he's rubbed or anything. Doesn't seem to be. He's got pretty good fur on him. Pretty good. It's awesome because it's been a week, I think, since I've caught a coyote. The movement seemed to stop. I've caught 11 here off of this farm. He makes number 11. So there's a remake. Couldn't find the dirt or the hole, so went ahead and dug a new one in, put in some Cavan's Hiawatha I think that's what I caught him on, and then I just threw some beaver caster air on top. And I'm not going to try to hide this cat circle or anything. It's got a lot of visual appeal, and hopefully here in a day or two we'll have another one. Just look at that. Coyote track. Right there's my pan. Tracks all over except for where he needed to step. Maybe. There he is. It's been 3 days ago. I think I shot a video of all the tracks around this trap, and he'd step to the left, step to the right, and just barely missed the pan. A lot of guys ask, when that happens, should I move my trap? What do I need to do? This trap has sat in this hole for probably going on 4 weeks. It's caught another coyote. It's been dug out twice. I caught a coon here, I believe. I've never changed the trap. I've never took the trap back and washed it. I've wiped the mud and the blood off of it and put it right back in there. It's still catching. So leave them sit, guys. That's the secret of coyote trapping, I think. Be on location, know where your coyotes are at, and put a trap in and leave it alone.